Hey Hair City, this is Janelle. Thought I'd do this in response to the videos you've made recently about your experiences locking your hair. First of all, I would like to say congratulations to you for making the decision to lock your hair. I have been locked for about 10 months. I started January 4th of this year, 2008. And now it is, November the 11th of 2008, so just a little over 10 months. And I too started out with really short hair. I started with the comb coil method, and the coils, once all of the perm was cut out, ended up being about a 1/4 inch in length. I started with all natural hair. I did not have any permed ends to worry about. So to answer your first question, yes, your ends are straight because you've still got the chemical relaxer in them, and it is highly doubtful that those permed ends will ever lock. You will eventually need to take those ends off so that your hair will lock to the tips. Anyway, you had some questions, and I thought I'd share a little of my experience so far locking. First of all, when you start out with really short hair and you wash your hair, yes, the coils and the twists are going to come undone. It's not a big deal. It's part of the locking process. Just twist the hair back up. You just don't want to twist the hair too tightly to the scalp, because you can in fact start to thin out and weaken the root of the lock, the base of the lock. So twist it, just be sure you don't twist too tightly. Also, when your locks are that short, they are going to, from time to time, stick out whichever way they want. Again, it's part of the process. If you go to my Fotokey album on http://www.fotokey.com, and my username is JP6275, you can take a look at my hair and some of my earlier albums, and you will see that the coils were at one point kind of going every which way, and it didn't matter what I did. It didn't matter if I spritzed them, if I rinsed them, tied them up at night, which I did. It just didn't matter. They would do what they want, and that's a normal thing in the locking process. I wouldn't worry about it. Just need to get comfortable with the fact that your hair is going to do what it's going to do. And sometimes what you think it should do and what it thinks it should do are two totally different things. And your hair is going to win. So just kind of get used to that. Also, I hope by now you have discovered that you do not need to wait an inordinately long period of time in between washing your hair. The person that laid the groundwork for my locks, and she washed my hair and she did the comb twist and she did a good job. However, her philosophy was that after she had done that several times, on an every 2-week basis, the next, after about the third or fourth time, she was going to lock it, and then we weren't going to wash it again for 2 to 3 months until my hair had started locking. That is a very unclean practice, very unsanitary. The gel she was using, number one, to lock my hair was, I think, Pre-Con gel or one of the brown gels, and it flaked like crazy. If I had waited 3 months to wash that stuff out of my hair, would have had flakes, dandruff, my hair would have smelled awful. I would not have been able to stand it. I probably would have been scratching holes in my head just because my hair would have been excessively dirty. I also work in a fabric store, so combined with regular pollutants plus products that are put on my hair, I'm also on a daily basis combating loads and loads of extra dust from fabric and yarns and everything else in that whole store environment settling on my head. She told me the dirt and the grime was what I wanted in order to lock my hair, and I disagree with that wholeheartedly. You don't need to keep a dirty head in order to lock your hair. African American hair, by and large, is very coily, and it will lock by itself. It doesn't matter if you wash it once a month or you wash it once a week or once every other day. It will lock. Just depends on how much manipulation you do to the hair as to how long it will take it to lock. That's not the only factor in the locking process, but that is one of the factors. I would suggest that at a minimum you wash your hair every 2 weeks to keep your scalp clean, to keep your hair clean, to keep the debris from building up around the base of your lock and intermeshing with your lock. If there is one thing that I can tell you really is a big turnoff for me, is to see someone with locks that has dirt and grime and dandruff and all kinds of effluvia embedded in the hair. So please, please, please wash your hair more than once every couple of months. Your hair will thank you for it, your scalp will thank you for it, and you will thank yourself for it. What else can I tell you about locking? Actually, if you take a look through my Foki albums and then you take a look at my lock blog, which is http Diva Queen Janelle locks.blogspot.com. I've got a little bit of information there and some reflections on my journey thus far there. That should help you. Also, if you check out some of the other YouTube videos by other African American women who are locking their hair, and if you check out the forum at naturality.com, you'll get some good information about the care and maintenance of your hair at this time. Enjoy the process. Don't obsess too much with the fact that your hair isn't laying exactly the way you want to when you want it to, because that is part of the locking process. And as you can see with my hair, just washed it a couple days ago. Yes, it's fuzzy, not quite a year in, and my hair is not tightly kinky. It's a little more wavy, has a slightly looser curl pattern, wave pattern. So it has taken some time for my hair to lock up, and it is fuzzy just because it is a wavy grade as opposed to a very tight, kinky grade of hair. So I've come to embrace it, I've come to accept it, and pretty much I leave it alone. I keep it clean, I keep it moisturized. I use jojoba oil and I use essential oils to keep my hair moisturized. And right now, actually I just wet my hair in the shower today and kind of shook it out and didn't do too much in terms of smoothing it out or anything, and just kind of let it dry the way it wanted to dry. But that's it. You can make your lock care as complex or as simple as you want. I tend to keep it on the simpler side. Just use a good shampoo and I keep it clean. I use olive oil and or jojoba oil to help lock in the moisture when my hair is wet. I wash it during the winter. It's probably going to be more on the every other week schedule. During the summer I wash it a little more often just because sweat and oils are flowing a little more freely. Retwist as needed. I do not twist my hair every week. In fact, right now, if you look at the base of some of my locks here, see if I can find one. See all of that? It's all new growth. I'm probably not going to do a full twist again, for another about 3 or 4 weeks. And rest assured, your hair will get through that stick up all over stage. As your hair gets longer and gets a little more weight, gravity will work with the weight of your hair to pull the locks down and hold them down. So don't worry about it too much. Don't stress. I think your hair looks great. Just don't manipulate it over much. Wash it a little more often so you keep it clean, and then just learn to go with the flow. You'll be better for it and everything will work out, I promise. Bless you. Love and hugs to you. You take care. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.